Hey guys, Medic Prepper 611 here, back with a quick video for you. The topic I want to cover today is, should you be concerned with being sterile when you're providing first aid to somebody? Making sure your supplies are sterile, or making sure that everything you have is sterile, and that's kind of a loaded question because I think a lot of times people think that the term sterile really means just being clean, and they're actually two totally different things. The quick and short answer to should you be concerned with being sterile is no. And the reason for that is because if you are not in a hospital setting, scrubbed down in a clean or in a sterile room, nothing you do is going to be sterile outside of that hospital. I'm a paramedic. I do stuff all day long in the field. Start IVs. Bandage wounds, all sorts of different stuff like that, and none of it is ever sterile. When I start an IV on a patient and I take him to the hospital, it has to be changed within 24 hours because it's considered dirty because it wasn't started in a hospital. Even though I'm trained how to properly start IVs, I go through the same procedure every time. I make sure I clean the site properly, and I do everything I can to not contaminate that site. The hospital still considers it dirty. So when you're administering first aid to an injured person, you shouldn't be concerned with being sterile because nothing that you're going to be able to do is ever going to be sterile. So that shouldn't even really be a concern for you. Now, with that being said, you should be making an attempt at keeping everything as clean as possible. Make every effort to not introduce new contaminants to the wound. Don't drop stuff in the dirt and then put it on a wound. Wear gloves on your hands when you're helping somebody, and don't pass germs or microorganisms that are on your skin into that person's wound. Your number one goal when you're providing first aid to someone is to not do any further harm to that person. So you don't want to introduce an infection that wasn't there previously. So just do your best and make sure that you make an effort to keep everything clean. Wear your gloves, use new supplies, and you should be just fine. But under no circumstances should anybody ever be concerned about being sterile when you're administering first aid to somebody, because it's just not a realistic possibility, guys. There's nothing you're ever going to be able to do that's going to create a sterile field outside of a hospital setting. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. Just a little quick tip, and stay tuned. More videos coming soon.